Welcome to the 3 Arts Workshop. In this last week of Rhetoric, we're looking at the second half of our schemes lesson. Just a quick bit of review. A scheme is one of the 2 basic divisions of figures of speech. It's extraordinary use of word order. Trope is extraordinary use of word meaning. Here we're looking at extraordinary use of word order. Our second list of schemes: epistrophe, hyperbaton, parallelism, polyptoton, and polysyndeton. Epistrophe is the repetition of a word, or word phrase, at the end of more than one phrase. So here, this excerpt from Robert Penn Warren: the big sycamore by the creek was gone. The willow tangle was gone. The little enclave of untrodden bluegrass was gone. The repetition of those same 2 words at the end of each of those clauses. Hyperbaton, word order inversion. Some rise by sin and some by virtue fall. We would expect in that second clause to get some fall by virtue, but we have an inversion of word order there in this line from measure for measure. Parallelism, successive uses of the same grammatical construction. This is a pretty broad category, but let me give you an example that will hopefully be representative. Neil Armstrong: that's one step for man, one giant leap for mankind. We can see how one step for man and one giant leap for mankind, adjective, noun, prepositional phrase, adjective, noun, prepositional phrase. These are parallel structures. So any time you have 2 phrases or clauses that together are parallel in their grammatical nature, you have parallelism. Polyptoton, the use of 2 or more words with the same root. As an example, love is not love which alters when it alteration finds. Alter and alteration sharing the same etymological root. Or bends with the remover to remove. Remover, remove, 2 words sharing the same root identity. Polysyndeton, repeated use of conjunctions. This is the opposite, incidentally, of asyndeton, the omission of conjunctions. Here's the repeated use of conjunctions, more conjunction use than necessary. 1 Corinthians 13:2, Paul writes, and if I have prophetic powers, and understand all mysteries, and all knowledge, and if I have all faith, so as to remove mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. Polysyndeton slows down the reader. As you read these conjunctions, you are drawn to consider and extend consideration of the material of the sentence. Okay, quick exercise with just 3 of these, and you can do more exercises with our practice problems: epistrophe, hyperbaton, parallelism, polyptoton, or polysyndeton. Which? Here's a little well-known passage from Bassanio, the Merchant of Venice. If you did know for whom I gave the ring, and would conceive for what I gave the ring, and how unwillingly I left the ring, when naught would be accepted but the ring, you would abate the strength of your displeasure. So notice how, with those first 4 lines, they all end on the ring. What is that figure which has successive clauses ending with the same word or word phrase? That's right, it is epistrophe, the first one we looked at, epistrophe. Here's another one from Winston Churchill. We make a living by what we get, we make a life by what we give. What's that figure that repeats the same basic grammatical construct but changes some of the content? Remember that one? Right, parallelism. Parallelism, parallel structures. We make a living by what we get, we make a life by what we give. E. Cummings: women and men, both little and small, cared for anyone, not at all. Cared for anyone, not at all. Normally we would say cared not at all for anyone, wouldn't we? That would be how we would construct the word order normally. This inverted word order means that we have a case of hyperbaton, inverted word order. Okay, so here are the definitions. Take a look at the practice problems, and you want to be able to, having this handy list of names, identify some unknown fragment or passage and identify it with one of these 5 terms.